What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video on the FBA Capital Trading Channel. And today I'm going to be bringing you guys a daily range case study on none other than NAS100. So without further ado, we're going to get right on into this daily range case study. And the first thing that I want to bring up is today was a bank holiday. It was Juneteenth. I'm pretty sure it's a federal holiday for, hold on, I know exactly what it is. Juneteenth is a federal holiday in the United States commending the emancipation of enslaved African Americans. This bill was just passed yesterday, avoiding setups is probably what should have been done today for the most part. But in my opinion, I didn't even know it was a bank holiday. I knew we had this holiday, but I didn't know it was an actual bank holiday. I'm pretty sure it just got passed recently. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to mark up the Asian session range as we just did. Next, we're going to get the previous day's high. Then we're going to mark up previous day's low, which is all the way down here. First thing you guys are going to notice is the previous day's high got ran through, previous day's low did not. And let's get the 12 a.m. open, which is right in here. Boom. So now we have our 3-point outline. We can start to overall annotate and start to watch and explain what overall happened today. So for the most part, as you can see, from this high and low, so this low from the previous day's low to this high, you see we had this retracement right early in that Asian session. So if you were to pull your fib from this low to this high, you can see we had that fib long right here. We didn't really tap into it perfectly, but you get the idea. If you were to use the wicks, then you could see that you held that 38.20% level right there. So here, let me get rid of this and keep it at the continuation. As you can see, that 38.20% rejection we had here. And this is what led price to overall continue to this push and then created this high. So there's a few areas I want you guys to pay attention to. One is going to be this high. Second one is going to be this low. Third one is going to be this low. And those are going to be the main points that I want you guys to pay attention to. We're going to start off with this low right here. Why is this low important? So for starters, this is our low of the day. We got the low of the day after price did what? If you look to the left right here, price fill came into this fair value gap that we have right here. I'm going to make it just dotted and gray. So we came into this fair value gap that we have right here, filled a little bit of it in right in there before eventually pushing to the top side. We eventually did come a little bit, this is not trying to work. We did come into the fair value gap 2 times again, as you can see, but overall this is where price first tapped into it, and that just happens to be when a price also tapped into what level? 11,300. So 11,300 rejection, creating the low of the day at 1:30 in the morning below the 12 a.m. open after price traded into this fair value gap. So now let's annotate that. So like I just said, get this move, low of the day at 1:30 a.m. after price filled in the fair value gap along with 11,300 rejection, and we also made that low of the day right in there, so also below the 12 a.m. open, just like that. Second area I want you guys to pay attention to is going to be right here. So this is the low we just annotated, the low of the day. The next area I want you guys to pay attention to is this high. Why this high? Because this low and this high is the current range in which price came into when it retraced right here. So what I'm going to do is simply from that London low, you're going to pull your fib to that New York session high, and you're going to pull your fib, and what do you see? Price held this fib long and also came back into this fair value gap one last time at 9:30 before price eventually pushed and then went to clear these highs right over here. And why those highs important? Because this is the New York session high, and when you're ideally bullish or bearish, you're going to be using this as a target. And as you can see, that target was hit and price eventually kept going higher. But now let's look at the overall confirmations in which I saw for this potential buy trade right here. So first thing we're gonna do, what time was it? At 9:30. So at 9:30 a.m. we had the fib long along with, did we tap into 300 again? We did not tap into 300. We came close, so I'm going to annotate that again because we damn near tapped it. We're off by literally 3 points. So I'm going to say we did reject. That 11,300 rejection at the fib long at 9:30 in the morning, below the 12 a.m. open. As you can see, price came below that 12 a.m. open and gave us an overall good buy setup. And also, if you pay attention to the higher time frame, such as the 4 hour, you can see price came in and tapped into that 4 hour order block right within there. So if I were to just zoom in a little bit, annotate this order block right in there. So there's a last down candle. And then when I go back to the lower time frame, you're going to see how price reacted off of it right in there. So we also had that 4 hour order block rejection. And that's what then led price to have this push all the way up to the previous day's high, in which was targeted. So previous day's high was targeted along with the short-term New York session high. Now, mind you guys, the market did close, I'm pretty sure, at 1 o'clock. The market closed at 1. So right in here, you can see 13, went straight to 18. 13, straight to 18. And that's because the market was closed due to the fact that it was a holiday. So then, let's annotate this up here. The previous day's high got targeted. So ideally, when you're bullish or bearish, you always target the previous day's highs because you know that there's going to be an area of liquidity there. And as you can see, price had a reaction here, cleared the high, and immediately had a little pullback. Now sometimes that might be a false break and it ends up reversing all the way, but other times it'll be simply like this, a small pullback, but eventually continue that same direction. Targeted previous day's high, just like that. And then what happened next? We got this high of the day after price traded into this mid-figure level, 11,450. I wouldn't even call that. I'm not even gonna say that was the high of the day, but we have the high of the day right up here. We got the high of the day at what time? At 22:45, 9:45 is our high of the day. Annotate that, high of the day at 9:45 p.m. Just like that. Now, there's not really much else to go over today for the most part because a lot of price action was not here due to the fact that the market did close pretty early. But for the most part, this is the London continuation trade that you ideally would have been looking to catch right here at 9:30. In my personal experience, I did not catch this today. I was more on the short side. I was looking to go short. I was looking to go long from here, but by the time price pushed, I was looking for a potential short scenario to see if price can potentially come down to maybe 11,200 down here. But it wasn't a lot of momentum just based off the fact that it's Monday and a holiday, so there wasn't much to happen. So now let's annotate what happened. Not annotate, get the schematic. So we had the Asian session range. Then after the Asian session range, we got that low of the day that London session created. We got a push. Got that retracement during the New York session for price to eventually just keep pushing higher. So for the most part, we just consolidated. And then after the consolidation, we just pushed out and we didn't really retrace back into it. So for the most part, it was just a clean, bullish London continuation for the most part. And that's really it. So with that being said, I'm going to screenshot this. Get this out the way. I'm going to screenshot this and put it in the Telegram. So if you're not in the Telegram already, make sure you join it. The link is going to be in the description. And with that being said, that's really all I have for you guys. So for the most part, it was a pretty simple day. A lack of volume for the most part during my personal trading session, which is around, well, not around, which is during New York session. Most of the volume came in around the afternoon. After 9:30, we did get this push. And then after that, we got more momentum at around, what was it? Around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. That's where price started to push again, creating this high of the day situation. But that's really it. So just for the most part, one little thing I will give you guys as a little tip, just try not to trade holidays. So even though I personally traded, I saw an opportunity. I took my L for the day, but you just learn from these things. Simple as that. Just take from my experience and just learn from it. So with that being said, appreciate everyone for being here. Appreciate everyone for watching this video and taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I greatly appreciate it. And that's really all I have for you guys. So I'll see you all in the morning. Stay productive, stay happy, and I'll see you all soon.